Hey guys, this is Rock-King3 bringing another live commentary Forza 5. This is going to be another Honda 97 Honda Civic Type R, but it's going to be the rear-wheel drive version of it. To be honest, on this particular track, I don't know that it's going to be any improvement over what we have with the front-wheel drive. And to my shock, when I went to go change out parts, I just used the same car. And when I went from front-wheel drive to rear-wheel drive, it actually added 2 PI. So I actually lost a little bit of PI by converting over to rear-wheel drive. Things that are a little bit different, though, is I do have the race transmission. I did have to retune it quite a bit to make it stable because I had the front-wheel drive oversteering a lot more. And this car would not take it that way. Good news is I'm kind of close to the front wheel drive. The bad news is I think on my lap with the front wheel drive, I think it did really well on the back half of this course. I'm gonna have to get ahead of it in the front part of it, I think, because I don't know if I'll be able to catch it on the backside here. I didn't see what the weight difference was. There's probably a weight difference between the front wheel drive and the rear wheel drive car. So I may have lost a little acceleration. I was hoping the racing transmission would make up that gap a little bit. The racing transmission was a 0 PI add, and I'm sure it reduced a little bit of weight. Tried to adjust it for this track. I still don't know if I have it quite right. This may be one of those cases where I cannot beat the other rival car. It may just be a better front-wheel drive car. Let's see what we can do here. I'm gonna kind of try to stay with it here, and it goes a little bit wider. Might be able to catch it up the hill here a little bit because it does shift. I know it doesn't shift into fifth, does it? The old one did not. Mine does. This one does. Key is trying to get through here without losing very much speed. We did all right. All right, let's see if we can catch it down the hill a little bit here. There we go. I feel like I'm driving the wheels off of it, though. Alright, let's see what we do here. A little bit in front of it. Come on, car, go, go, go. Ooh, let's slid the tires out a little bit. Yeah, you can tell that front wheel drive has just a little bit of handling on me. Let's go, go, go. See if we can get out of this corner. Oh, this is going to be a close one. Ooh, we might get it. No. I had it, and then I completely messed up the very last turn. Oh my goodness. That's too bad. Oh, I think we might have been able to out-drag that car. Alright, let's give it one more try. And if we don't beat it, it may just be a difficult car to beat. I think the front wheel drive version might be a little bit better. Other than the transmissions, you know, not making it adjustable on the front wheel drive because it's a stock. That's a big difference. see if we can make up some ground here. We are at a deficit a little bit here. We're gonna try to see if we can gain that spot back here and then right underneath. Nope. Just a little touch there, not too bad. A little bit of tire spin there. Yeah, we got through there pretty well. We're pretty close back on top of it here. We might have a chance. Might have a chance. Ah, no. And out with a bang. That's tough to get through there. So the rear-wheel drive car is probably pretty close. But I would say the front-wheel drive has a little bit more in it. So I think if you want a more competitive car, it's probably going to be the front. I didn't play with the downforce on this at all. I kept it full downforce. So it's possible you could remove some of that and make this car a little bit quicker. But like I said, you lose PI when you go from front-wheel drive to rear-wheel drive conversion on this one. Usually you gain a little bit. This one I did not. So you could try it both ways and see if there's something else you'd rather get out of it. Like I said, that race transmission makes it a little bit more flexible of what kind of track you take it to. So, you know, they're close. I think on certain tracks the front-wheel drive is going to beat it, and I think on certain tracks where you need to change your gear ratios, the rear-wheel drive will be a little bit better. So let's go through the parts first. And we have the stock engine. We have the rear-wheel drive conversion. Looks like if I go back to stock here, I get 8 points, but I'm not sure how that works. It was only 2 when I went the other direction. I have the centrifugal supercharger, and actually all these parts are going to be relatively the same. So I'm just going to skip to the ones that I know that I have. Otherwise, it's going to be stock. Exhaust is going to be the street exhaust. And the centrifugal supercharger is going to be the race version of that. Those are the only two in the engine compartment that have any upgrades. We're going to have the race brakes, the race springs and dampers, the race front and rear anti-roll bar. This is a difference from the front-wheel drive. We did add sports chassis. For some reason, it actually reduced it by 1. Now it's increasing it by 1. I don't think it really matters. We have the race weight reduction. And we have the stock clutch, the race transmission, the race driveline, and of course the race differential. Tires are the same at the sport tire compound. The front is going to be different. We took it all the way down to stock 195s in the front, and we went wider in the rear. We went full width in the rear, 245s. The wheels, I believe, are still the same. Yep, Advan RG2. And I still didn't play with the rim size, so these are going to both be stock. We're going to have the front bumper, Forza bumper, and we will have the rear Forza bumper. No other changes in the aero portion of that. All right, let's go to the tune real quick. Left them at 26.5 and 27.0. Gear ratio that I had that particular race set at was 4.7. I did change the alignment here. I actually increased the rear quite a bit. I went from -3.0 to -3.5. Toes are 0.0. Front caster is still at 6.0. Left the roll bars where they were at. They're still set to oversteer a little bit at 9.42 and 13.01. I may have adjusted those a little bit. Not remembering. The springs I did even out a little bit more. This is a little more neutral. 394.3 in the front, 403.6 in the rear. Left the ride height alone at 5252. Still have the same Race Boy rebound and bump stiffness settings, 11.7 and 1.9. Full aero, left that on there. Same brakes, 47% and 200%. Differentials probably slightly different at 40% and 33%. I just had to readjust them after changing the drivetrain on that. So I think this would probably be just as good as some, like I said, at the front wheel drive car. It's just going to be better used on probably certain tracks because of the racing transmission. But I will save this one out there as well. This will be rear wheel drive C-Class. Feel free to download it or tune it yourself. Thanks a lot for watching, guys. Later.